Good afternoon students, welcome back to PTSP online class. Within the 14 classes we have completed the first unit with the two important topics. One is probability theory, another one is random variables. And now we are going to start the second unit. Second unit, it is having the again two parts. One is various types of distributions. Another one is probability density function. In the random variables, we have studied some concept of probability density function, that is f of x we have discussed. In order to exist the probability of that particular probability density function f of x, we have discussed that integral f of x dx is equals to 1 and that f of x should be greater than or is equals to 0. That are the fundamental things we have discussed in the first class, that is first unit. Anyway, we are going to study the same in the second unit also in case of probability density function. In this class I am going to explain about distribution, various types of distributions we are going to study. After studying the various types of distributions, how we are using these distributions in calculation of the probability. Whatever we discussed the things in the first class, we didn't concentrate on the number of failures. Every time we calculated the probability of successful event only in the first unit, probability of successful event without considering the probability of failures. In the distribution, we are going to consider the probability of successes and the probability of failures by having some trials. For example, I am having a coin. I am throwing that coin in 10 times. Then what is the possibility, what is the probability of getting the head as a success, tail as a failure? And we know that the total probability of an event must be is equals to 1. That means what? Probability of a success plus probability of failure must be is equals to 1. The total probability must be equals to 1. This is the basic fundamental thing. In this second unit, we are going to study the various distributions, and we are going to study, by using that various distributions, we are going to study the probability of successful events and the probability of failure events in n number of trials. And when we are studying the probability with respect to the success and failures, and that particular distribution is named as binomial distribution. We are considering the probability of a success as well as probability of failure, and that is named as binomial distribution probability. Binomial distribution is nothing but it is a probability of, it describes us the probability of x number of successes in n trials. Probability of x number of success in n trials. That means what? We have been getting x number of successes, means we can have the failures also. Let us assume that y number of failures. The probability of x plus probability of y is equals to 1. In the binomial distribution, we are going to consider probability of x successes in n trials. We tried that event in the n times, but we got the required output, that is success, in x times only. So binomial distribution, that is nothing but sometimes we need to find the probability of x successes in n trials, and that is named as binomial distribution. In calculation and in studying the binomial distribution, we must go with some assumptions. Definition of binomial distribution we have discussed, that is, it is a probability of X successes in n trials. The following assumptions can be made in consideration in studying the binomial distribution. First one is what? There are two possible outcomes for an event. There are two possible outcomes, that may be success or failure. That means what? We are performing one experiment such that we can get the results either positive, we can get the result are accurate, or we can get the results are wrong results. We can get the results correct results, and we can get the result is not correct results. Or if you write an exam, there is a possibility of getting pass exam, there is a possibility of getting the fail exam. So that two possible outcomes are there for any event, which are nothing but success and failures. Probability of success is same for each event. That means what? We are having the n number of trials, right? We have n number of trials. Each trial there is a probability of success. There is a probability of a success. That means what? Probability of success is same for each trial. Next one is n is nothing but it is independent. It can't be defined by any other. Independent. It can't be dependent, so that n is independent. We can choose any value. Any number of trials you can make use for that experiment. And these are the assumptions which has to be made in the binomial distribution. So now in the binomial distribution, we are assuming an event E. That means what? We are assuming an event, binomial event for a trial. We are assuming, let E be an event of Bernoulli trial. We are going with the now Bernoulli trial definition. This is Bernoulli equation. And we are assuming an event of Bernoulli trial. Let probability of E, that is nothing but success, is P. That means what? I am assuming I am having the E, and in which the probability of getting the success is assuming P, and the probability of getting the failure is Q. This is an event of Bernoulli trial. Let probability of E, that is nothing but probability of success, is P, so that probability of failure I can assume is Q, so that P plus Q is equals to 1 only, because the probability of an event must be less than or is equals to 1 only. The first axiom of probability we have discussed, the probability must lie between the 0 and 1 only. It should not be a negative number, it should not be more than 1, so that it requires to be 1. So that I can write P is equals to 1 minus Q I can write. That means what? Probability of getting the success is equals to 1 minus probability of getting the failure. For any event, here we are assumed the event is what? Bernoulli trial, that is E. This is one equation. And coming to the, here this is an event, and the complement of that event is nothing but what? Then 1 minus of this event, so that E complement union E is equals to the total number of possible cases, that is sample space S1. Sample space S1, E is an event, and from that we are calculating the E complement is nothing but 1 minus E. So that 1 minus E union and E is nothing but, it is a sample space total number of programmable program outcomes only, possible total number of possible program outcomes, that is sample space E. Here you require to remember the one equation, that is P is a probability of a success, Q is a probability of a failure, and which is P plus Q is equals to 1, and where here E is nothing but Event of Bernoulli trial. And again, if E is a Bernoulli trial and E complement is nothing but 1 minus E, that means what? For example, this is S, in which this is E. This is S and this is E, and we are going with E complement means removing this complete area from this one, and this is removing this means removing E from this one. This lined area is E complement, that is, and this is empty space is E. E union and E complement is nothing but obviously sample space only. This is second equation you must remember, that is E complement union E is nothing but it is a sample space and total number of possible outcomes of an event, that is nothing but yes, sample space. And now we are going with the probability of getting success and n minus x failures among n trials is nothing but that is we are going with we are going very standard equation. Now onwards you have to very careful, because this problem, this formula is very useful to solve the many problems. This formula is used to solve the many problem in the coming days, so that we are having two standard equations. What are those? The probability of getting success P, probability of getting failure is Q, P plus Q is equals to 1, and E is an event of Bernoulli's trial, and the union of that complement of that one is EC. EC union E is equals to sample space only. This is the required things you must remember. Then we are going with we are having x number of successes in the n trials, x number of successes in n trials, where P is what? P is nothing but success, so the probability of a success. 1 minus P is nothing but it is 1 minus P is nothing but it is Q only. 1 minus P is nothing but it is Q only. This is success, number of success. This is success, and X is nothing but it is a successful event. Here we are going with the probability of getting success. The probability of getting successes, that means what? X number of successes we have to get. The probability of getting X number, it is a number, X number of success, and this P of X represents it is the probability of getting the successes, and 1 minus P is nothing but probability of getting the number of failure, probability of getting the failures, that is 1 minus P to the power of n minus x. So that what I wanted to conclude, the probability of getting the X successes, the probability of getting the X successes and n minus x failures among n trials is given by, that means what? X is what? X is x successes and n minus x are nothing but failures. Here the formula is given by the probability of getting the x successes and n minus x failures is given by the binomial distribution, that is probability of getting x successes and x successes n minus x failures is given by NCX. X is nothing but number of successes, and P is nothing but it is a probability of getting a success. 1 minus P is probability of getting a failure, and in how many? That is n minus x ways, that is failures. These n minus x is nothing but number of failures, x is nothing, n minus x is nothing but number of failures, x is nothing but what? Number of successes, n is number of trials, P is nothing but probability of getting the success, 1 minus P is nothing but the probability of getting failure. So that here you can write the standard equation. I am going with the probability of getting x successes and n minus x failures. These are nothing but what? These are the numbers. X is a number, n minus x is also number. Probability of getting x successes and n minus x failures in n trials is given by that is given by NCX. N is what? It is a number of trials. In n trials, this is n trials. NCX, x is nothing but number of successes into P power x. X is nothing but number of successful number of successes, and P is nothing but probability of that one, into 1 minus P is nothing but what? It is a failure. And how many number of failures we have been getting? That is to the power of n minus x. This is the formula you should remember. In calculation of the probability of getting the x successes and n minus x failures in n trials is given by NCx into p to the power of x into 1 minus p into n to the power of 1 minus p to the power of n minus x. This probability distribution function is called as binomial distribution. This is named as binomial distribution. You have to remember, and this binomial distribution can be asked for 2-3 marks in the exam. Binomial distribution, that means what? Define the binomial distribution. Then let assume x is the number of successes, n minus x is number of failures, the p is nothing but probability of getting the success, 1 minus p is nothing but probability of getting the failures. Then the probability of getting the x successes and n minus x failures in n trials is given by NCx into p to the power of x 1 minus p into n minus x, and this distribution is named as binomial distribution. Binomial distribution. This can be asked for 2 or 3 marks, and we know that p plus q is equals to what? P plus q is nothing but it is 1 only. P plus q is nothing but 1, and we can write here p plus q is equals to p plus q. P is nothing but probability of getting the success, q is nothing but probability of getting the failure. This p plus 1 is equal, p plus q is equals to 1, 1 to the power of n is equals to 1 only, and it can be written as p plus 1 minus p to the power of n only. And this is the required thing you must remember, and the 3 things I have explained now. One is p plus q is equals to 1, p is what? Probability of getting the x successes, and the q is nothing but probability of getting the n minus x failures, and p plus q is equals to always 1 only. P plus q whole bar is equals to 1 to the power of whole bar, that is 1 only. That if you extend this one also, this will equate to 1 only, that is p plus q only you can get. And so that we can have this is binomial distribution. By using this binomial distribution, we should solve some problems. Now we are going to solve some 2-3 problems. After that we are going to see the complicated problems in the binomial distribution. In the examination point of view, binomial distribution is very important one, so that everybody has to be very careful in the binomial distribution topic. Then first question I am going with the a coin is tossed 9 times. A coin is there which has tossed 9 times, so that n is equals to 9. Then find the probability of getting the 5 heads. Now that means what? When we toss a coin, if it gets the head, then that is a success, otherwise it is a failure. That means what? Find the, if you toss a coin 9 times, then what is the possibility of getting the 5 times of head? What is the probability of getting 5 times of head? That is the question. Here question is, I am repeating, a coin is tossed 9 times, find the probability of getting 5 head. Question, I am writing the question. A coin is tossed 5 times, tossed 9 times. Find the probability of getting head 5 times. This is the question. So now by seeing this question, try to identify each point in this one. Here n is nothing but 9 times we have the trial, and x is what? The successful number of successes. How many successes we require to have? 5 times we require to have, so that x is equals to 5 times, then only we can consider it is a success. If we get the 5 times head, then only we can consider it is a success, otherwise it is a failure. This is complete. P is nothing but what? Probability of getting the success. Is nothing but probability of getting the head. If you toss a coin, what is the probability of getting a head? There is only, if I throw like this, either it may be head or tail. So the total possible combinations are 2, and the favorable outcome is 1, and so that it is 1 by 2 only. Only one head is there. We can have 1 out of 2 sides. What are the 2 sides? Head and tail. That means what? P is what? 1 by 2, and this is we have completed. We know the x is equals to 5. 1 minus p is 1 minus 1 by 2 is again 1 by 2, and n minus x, n is what? N is what? N is 9, x is what? 4, 5. So that you can substitute this one from the required by the binomial probability distribution. We can have the equation that is NCR. N is nothing but 9. C, NCX, x is nothing but 5 into p to the power of x. P is how much? P is 1 by 2 whole to the power of x is how much? It is 5 into, and 1 minus p. 1 minus p is nothing but 1 minus 1 by 2 and whole to the power of n minus x. N is how much? N is 9 and x is 5. So that you can write this is NC5. What is the formula for NC5? That is 9C5. That is NCX is nothing but n factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial. You have to remember this one. NCX is nothing but n factorial by x factorial into n minus x factorial. So that you can write this is 9 factorial by x factorial means what? X is 5 factorial into n minus x. That is what? It is n is 9 and x is 5. So that it is 4 factorial. Into this is 1 by 2 to the power of 5 means it is 32. Into it is 1 by 2 again. 1 by 2 into 9 minus 5 is what? 4 it is. So that it is, you can write it is 9 into 8 into 7 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial you can write by. Here we have the 5 factorial into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. And this is cancelled. 4 2s are, this is cancelled. 3 3s are, this is cancelled. So that 21 into 6. 21 into 6 into again this will be having 1 by 32 into 1 by 2 power of 4 is what? 16. So that you can get this answer is about 63 by 256 is the answer. 63 by 256 is the answer. I hope I am clear. We have the equation from the binomial distribution. That is nothing but probability of getting x successes and n minus x failures in n trials is given by NCX into p to the power of x into 1 minus p into 1 minus p to the power of n minus x. We should identify all the required things from the given question such that you have to substitute and you should get the answer. This is about one particular problem by one particular problem solution by using the binomial distribution. Again I am going to solve the one more problem. With this problem this session is going to completed. So that I am going to solve the one more problem. That problem is nothing but a die is thrown 8 times. We have the die. It has thrown 8 times. Die is a 6 phases cube such that it can have the each phase is going to denoted with one dot, so that it can have 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot up to 6 dots that can have on the phases. If getting of 2 or 4 is success, if I throw the 8 dice, getting of 2 or 4 on the both the dice, then that will be considered as success. Then find the probability of 4 successes. Find the probability of 4 successes. Then I am going to explain the same problem. Problem number 2, I am going to solve the problem number 2, question number 2, that is 2 dice are, that means we have a die is thrown 8 times. We have the die, it is thrown 8 times. That means what? It is having how many phases? It is having 6 phases. It can have the 6 phases. Each phase is assigned with the dots 1, 2, the next third phase will have the 3 dots. This is 4 dots and this is 5 dots and this is 6 dots. This is the die. It has thrown how many times? It has thrown 8 times. It has thrown 8 times. Then the success of that event can be calculated if it if it face has 2 or 4. That means what? If the surface is having either 2, this is also success. If it is having the 4 dots, then that is also considered as a success. Then find the probability of 4 success. Find the probability of 4 successes. 4 successes. Find the probability of getting the 4 successes. So that we have the standard formula for this one. The probability of getting the x successes and n minus x failures in n trials is given by NCX. We know NCX into p to the power of x into 1 minus p to the power of n minus x. Here n is equals to how much? Here n is equals to 8 times it has thrown. X is nothing but what? X is nothing but we require to get the 4 successes. X is equals to 4. P is nothing but what? Probability of getting the 2 and 4. Probability of getting the 2 and 4, that is nothing but probability of getting the 2 is what? 1 by 6. Probability of getting the 4 is also 1 by 6. That means what? The total possible cases will be 6, these 6, but in which we require to get only 2, so that 1. And again the total possible cases are 6, and in which we require to get then 4 only, then this is, so that it is p is equals to 1 by 6 plus 1 by 6, that is 2 by 6, which is equals to 1 by 3. Now all we got, so that substitute NCX. N is what? 8. Cx is nothing but it is 4 into p is how much? It is 1 by 3 into x is equals to 4 into this 1 by p. This is 1 minus 1 by p is 1 by 3 to the power of n minus x. N is 8 and minus x is 4, so that it is 4. So that by using this formula you can substitute. This is 8c4 is nothing but 8 factorial by 4 factorial into 8 minus 4 factorial into this 1 by 3 to the power of 4. This is 3 minus 1 and it is 2 by 3 to the power 4, and such that if you simplify this one, answer will be 1120 by 1120 by the 6561. 1120 by 6561. You will get the answer. 6561. You can get the answer. In such a way, you can able to calculate the probability distribution, that is by making use of the binomial distribution. Binomial distribution, it is a one in which we can consider the number of successes and the number of failures, and with respect to their probability we are going to calculate the x number of successes and n number of failures in n trials by making use of the binomial distribution. And it is very, very important in the examination point of view, such that you can go with the all the problems which are there in the which are previously asked in the university exam. Then we can go with the another question, that is probability of x less than or 3. We can go with the another example, that is probability of x less than or is equals to 3. That means what? We require to calculate probability of 1 plus probability of 2 plus probability of 3, because less than or is equals to 3, so that it can be written as probability of x is equals to 0 plus probability of x is equals to 1 plus probability of x is equals to 2 plus, and it is probability of x less than or is equals to r is equals to, so that we can write probability of x is equals to 3 also. Now you have to calculate probability of x is equals to 0 and this one is 0, and such that you can write this is x is equals to 0 means NCX into p to the power of x into 1 minus p into n minus x. And here the same formula again, this one also, NCX p to the power of x 1 minus p to the power of n minus x, and here also same, and this is also same. And here n is how many? 8, and c x is equals to 0 into p we know that we have calculated, p is equals to, that is 1 by 3 we have calculated, that is 1 by 3, and here x is 0 into 1 minus 1 by 3, it is 2 by 3, just now we calculated, n minus x, that is 8 minus 0, that is 8, plus 1, 8c1 into 1 by 3, this is x is 1 and 2 by 3, and here that is n minus 1 is 7. Likewise, you have to extend that and such that you can get the answer. So, with this binomial distribution and some basic problems completed, and with this tomorrow we are going to solve some complex problems in the binomial distribution. With the distribution topic is going to completed, and after that we are going to study the probability density function, that is f of x, and which has to be greater than or is equals to 0, and the integral of that probability density function must be is equals to 1 by having the limits from minus infinity to plus infinite, and all these things we have discussed in the last class, and tomorrow class we are going to discuss the some more problems in the binomial distribution, so that everybody has to be very careful with the binomial distribution, because we can expect the 10 marks question from the binomial distribution. Thank you, students.